You know, back when I lived in the countryside, I thought this time of year was the most fun and even the most beautiful.
I used to love this time of year. Aww. We had so much fun looking around for Greaster eggs.
You loved what? What are you guys talking about?
Greaster!
Greaster? But that's just for little kids.
No, Tony. You know, Greaster is the holiday celebrating the invention of grease. It's a very important holiday for all cars.
Please, let's not talk about Greaster eggs or the Greaster car that brings them. Oh, I can't help but drip oil thinking about them.
The Greaster car? Come on, Combo. Don't you think you're a little too old to believe in this stuff?
Come on, Tony. You don't want to spoil our fun, do ya?
Sorry, Chris. I guess I'm just thinking about the press conference Simone's setting up for me this afternoon. Among other things, she's gonna announce the new sponsor for the Wheel City team.
Really? And who do you think that new sponsor's gonna be? Do you know?
I haven't got a clue. It's gonna be a surprise. And what's worse, it's gonna be announced live.
Wow.
Good old Simone.
My dear cars, I welcome and thank you for coming here today. It's always a pleasure to receive you at our team press conferences. Today, we have a very special and important announcement for the Wheel City team. We just signed a contract with our new sponsor.
Well, Mr. Diopoulos, don't say another word about cars. Why don't you just cut out the suspense and tell us what all the racers are curious about?
Put it in idle, Simone. You'll all find out soon enough. But first, with great pride, I want to say that this year was historic. Of 16 pole positions, we had 14 victories, 9 for Tony and 5 for Champ. Tony is leading the championship series and is in a good position to be the next champion, assuming he keeps his filters clean.
In that case, Champ will have to change his name.
So now that we've had all this great news, let me present to all of you our new sponsor.
Hello, everyone. Mr. Diopoulos, Tony, Champ. It's a pleasure to announce that Grax Lubricants will be the new sponsor of Team Wheel City. We're really happy to be part of the team, especially this time of year when we all like to celebrate Greaster. We will be launching many exciting promotions, especially during the coming Greaster holiday. Personally, I can't wait.
Tell us, Mr. Grax, what do you have planned for Team Wheel City?
Well, Simone, besides all the standard investments we'll be making, we'll also supply the entire team with all the products that will be necessary for us to win. We also thought long and hard about who should be the new public face of our company. So we decided, starting today, Tony Toon will be our poster car.
Tony, how does it feel to be the public face for Grax Lubricants? It's almost like being the new Greaster car.
Come on, Simone. The Greaster car's for kids. You know there's no such thing as the Greaster car.
Huh?
But hold on, Tony. What he means to say is, okay, folks, that's it today, folks. Interview over. Tony has to leave here right away to take care of some very important business.
Sorry, Mr. D, Mr. Grax. I had no idea that what I said would be taken so seriously.
Not seriously. Have you lost your lug nuts, kid? Actually, Greaster is the time of year we sell the most grease, and I haven't even mentioned the Greaster egg sales.
Please, Mr. Grax. Tony didn't want to say that. I don't think what he said will cause big problems.
What a great poster car I picked. Says on camera to all the low-mileage kids that the Greaster car doesn't exist. You stepped on the little motor in all of them. How can you possibly be so selfish and cruel? I can't take it anymore.
But is it really that serious?
Are you forgetting you're the most popular race car driver in all of Raceopolis? After that interview, not a single kid will believe in the Greaster car.
But we can still do something. I can still give an interview saying I believe in the Greaster car, can't I?
That's just not good enough. You'll have to do much better than that. And in fact, all of you are going to have to do a lot more of I don't know what if we're going to be able to turn this thing around. You have until Greaster Sunday to think of something, or else you can look for another sponsor, and we will look for another poster car.
Good job, Tony. Fine mess you put us into. What was going on in your head? Couldn't just hold your horn, could you?
But Mr. D, I had no way of knowing that it would cause this big mess.
Never mind, it did. From now on, you're with Guri. You better improve your image with these kids, or you'll be looking for a new team, quick.
Tony sure put himself in a big jam now.
Didn't I warn you before not to say anything bad about the Greaster car? I guess this is your punishment.
You crazy racer? Have you stopped to think about all the kids watching that interview? They're your fans, and you shattered their dreams.
I know, Chris, and that's what bothers me the most about it.
But why did you talk about the Greaster car like that?
Because I think it's a silly thing created just to sell more grease.
It isn't, Tony. You're fooling yourself if you think that. The Greaster car is much more than that. It represents the hope and joy we celebrate Greaster Sunday.
But now it's all gone. Ain't no more. The way kids feel about Tony, the Greaster car doesn't stand a chance.
We need to think of a good solution and think fast. There isn't much time.
Maybe, but I can't think about anything.
I think I may have an idea. Let's see. It might be a little crazy, but on second thought, it could work.
I'm afraid to even ask.
Come on, lighten up.
Well, we're gonna need a mountain of grease if Tony's gonna deliver those eggs.
Oh, come on. You know you don't want me to.
I think he looks great, don't you?
He looks like the pictures I used to see in my old Greaster books.
I feel like I look ridiculous.
Now, one final touch.
Just great! Very impressive.
I present for all the world to see the Greaster car. Now you're him. Just roll around town carrying those Greaster eggs, bringing good cheer to all the kids.
And you think this'll actually work?
Hey, how can it not?
Okay, let's do it. It'll be just fine.
There goes the Greaster car! Didn't I tell you it was just a joke to fool us?
Yeah, and I'm sure Tony said that just to give us an even bigger surprise at Greaster.
Phew. So far, up till now, everything's going cool. And at least I know the kids on that street will believe they've seen the Greaster car. Well, I just have to get the rest of the city to believe it now. Let me get over that hill. I'm afraid this is going to turn out to be one long night. Oh, no. And everything was going so well. So now what? What kind of a Greaster car has no Greaster eggs in it? No job, but what's worse yet, late Greaster eggs. And I'm the one that ruined the dreams of all the kids of Wheel City. Aw, why do I have to open my mouth and honk off? Who's there? What kind of game are you playing there?
It's no game. I'm who you think I am. I'm the famous Greaster car.
What? The Greaster car? But there's no such thing.
Oh, that's too bad. It seems you haven't learned a thing, huh, Tony?
Learned a thing? You're not making any sense. What do you mean?
Tony, you got into this mess because you no longer believed in me. I thought you would have learned by now.
But I dressed up like the Greaster car to make up for my mistake.
Listen, my friend, dressing up like me won't help a bit if you don't believe in me.
I don't really want the kids to give up on their dreams.
But it seems to me you've already given up on all of yours.
But...
Every little car that stops believing in me is a little car that loses its hopes and dreams. I'm not sure when it happened, but it sure seems like it happened to you.
But I'm a professional race driver. I need to be all about the facts. I don't have time for kids' stories.
I guess you don't remember a time when things weren't always like that. When you began racing, you used to live dreaming about winning. And it was those dreams that gave you the strength to win. When you were first starting out, you would always dream about the races to come.
Yeah, you're right about that. I remember Combo would complain that I was always daydreaming.
That's exactly what I mean. You see, kid? And this can't stop. It was your dreams that made you who you are. If you lose them, you lose the Tony inside of you. And then you'd lose your desire to race.
Well, to tell you the truth, I never really thought about it like that.
Well, think about it, kid. I need to move on. I have a whole lot of little cars out there waiting for those Greaster eggs.
Thanks, Mr. Greaster Car. I really do feel better now.
Tony! We finally found you!
Hey there, Tony. Looks like you pooped out.
What? What happened? Where am I?
I think you just conked out. Somebody sure made a lot of deliveries.
I think I remember now. Everything went terribly wrong. I didn't deliver the eggs the way I was supposed to.
I don't understand, Tony. The cart's empty.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but it unhitched, turned over, and dumped all the eggs into the lake.
What lake, Tony?
I'm telling you the truth. There was a lake next to... The eggs fell in the lake. That's the reason I didn't deliver them.
What do you mean you didn't deliver the eggs?
I don't understand. Every kid in Wheel City got a Greaster egg last night.
But I don't understand any of this.
Oh, don't worry about it, Tony. I guess you must just be dreaming.
Funny you should mention that, because actually I am.
And that right there is the old Tony I know, my friends. Yes, sir, always dreaming.
You know, I was really starting to miss that guy.
It's so awesome. We're gonna enjoy that mountain.
Are you kidding me or what? Is that what we won?
Yeah, Combo. It's part of the prize Tony won for his last race. We got the Snow Hill Chalet all to ourselves. A snowy, wintry holiday is exactly what we all need.
I agree. It's gonna be super cool to do some skiing and then sip some hot Griso latte in front of the fireplace.
I just hope my joints don't act up in the cold. I really prefer the heat, you know what I mean?
A woolly scarf, some warm blankets, and a ski suit. A hat. Oh, hey, see you guys later. I just realized I need to buy a few things. I'm out of here.
Hey, what's with you, Mr. V8? Someone bang into you?
No, nothing of the sort. I had to make a delivery to South Hill. That hill hasn't been paved yet, and you know, getting there is pretty tough going.
Whoa, that hill, it's impossible. After that landslide a few years ago, it's the toughest road I've seen.
Sure is. And no one I know has ever been able to make it to the other side. The only way you can do it is to go all the way around the mountain. And that takes days. Who's got the time?
That road sure is bad. I can't say I ever remember you losing a delivery.
Tony, you see, the easiest way to get there is from here, but there's no way to get to the main road.
And to get down? It's gotta be easier. It's already got me thinking about a rally.
Yeah, but it's very dangerous, too. Don't even think about it. Nah, you young things aren't afraid of anything. But what were you guys talking about?
The snow chalet that we're going to on our next holiday. It's gonna be totally awesome. I'll tell you all about it.
Oh, what a wonderful place. It sure is beautiful.
I've never seen anything like it, except in movies. But this is much better because we're actually here.
It's gonna be outrageous to ski these mountains. Look at the scenery and all of these great trees.
But my tow hook's already frozen. Let's get inside and drop off our bags. So, today we'll rest so we can ski our hearts out tomorrow, right?
Yeah, besides, today's almost over. The sun's already going down. It's really dangerous at night. The infamous Bigfoot lives in these hills.
Bigfoot? What's this Bigfoot thing?
I can't believe you've never heard of the legend of Bigfoot.
Don't listen to him, Chris. There's no such thing as Bigfoot. That silly story is just an old wives' tale.
That's what you think, sir. My cousin, who used to live here a long time ago, swears he saw Bigfoot once. It had huge wheels and an angry bumper face, and he was all banged up.
Yeah, you know, I heard the same thing. Heard he's mean, and if you cross his path, or worse, bump into him, you better get away quick.
You guys are giving me the heebie-jeebies. I've never heard about this Bigfoot guy. If I would have known about this, I never would have rolled all the way up here.
Don't you worry, dear. These two here have vivid imaginations. Now, what do you say we hit the sack? Tomorrow's gonna be a long day. And no more talk about Bigfoot. It's a waste of time. Yeah. Oh boy, am I thirsty. I wonder if there just happens to be some gasoline in this kitchen. Yeah. Wow, I can't help noticing that even at night this snow is beautiful, reflecting the moonlight. Just lovely. Boy, am I sleepy. Hey, Combo. I saw something really big, I tell ya.
I'm sorry, Mr. V8. You saw what? I was conked out. What was that?
I saw Bigfoot. He was right here, right in front, checking out the chalet. Didn't you hear anything?
No, I didn't hear anything. Are you sure you weren't dreaming?
Now I'm scared. I'm shaking in my sheets.
I'm telling you, I saw a big dark shadow and gigantic wheels. Oh, Lord, those enormous wheels and the dreaded drone and his enormous motor.
Mr. V8, there could be a lot of explanations for what you saw, but I was asleep and didn't hear a thing. Did anybody else hear anything?
I sure didn't. I was in dreamland.
Hey, you guys need to give me some attention. I'm really frightened. Oh.
Don't worry, Chris. The doors are locked and no one can get in. I promise you're gonna be fine. Don't worry.
Chris, you go back to bed. Tony and I will go out and have a look around the place. Mr. V8, you should get some rest too. Hey, Tony, you see what I see?
Look at the size of it. It's gigantic.
Hold on. Let's not blow a gasket here. I think these tracks look familiar. Yeah, they look like snowplow tracks.
And the shadow he saw?
Probably wasn't anything at all. He didn't see how it was before, so after he turned on the light, he thought he'd seen something he didn't,
That
but he
must
hadn't.
be it. It must have been. Let's forget it. Come on, let's get some sleep. We've got a long day ahead of us.
Let's get going. We don't want to miss being out on that ski slope first thing in the morning with the sweet morning powder. Oh. Isn't this amazing? I just love it. I never want to leave here.
Now I'm glad I came here. Yippee!
Totally radical. Woohoo! Hey, Combo, I don't think it's a good idea to tell anyone we saw those tracks last night, okay?
Don't worry, Tony. I won't say a word about it. Especially since we don't know for sure if it was a snowplow or not. There's no sense in upsetting anyone needlessly.
Did you see how much snow fell last night? You know, if it weren't for the snowplows, we wouldn't have access to anywhere.
That's right.
Hey, you guys, I don't know about you, but I'm sure having fun skiing. But it's a little rough on my chassis. I'm getting tired. Those curves aren't so easy to take. Guess I'm getting old.
None of that, Uncle V8. You gotta go with us all the way to the end of the mountain trail. We won't hear of you stopping now.
Okay, I'm with you. But after this run, I'm going to the chalet and sit out.
No one can tell you what to do, sir. But right now, we're gonna see who can get down the fastest. Ready, everyone?
Let's go! Yeah! Uncle V8, where are you? We're back!
Mr. V8? Where are you?
I guess he's not here. I wonder if he actually ever came back.
Huh. That's what I remember he said he was going to do. He was pretty tired, though.
Look, he never came back to the lodge. His skis aren't here.
Hey, Tony,
Huh?
what was that noise?
I don't know. But, Combo, come here.
Holy Saint Corvette! My gosh, is that what I think it is?
It's Bigfoot, isn't it?
Let's not panic. Stay calm. Look, his headlights are on. And in my book, that's a good sign.
I don't see how that could be a good sign. We were almost blinded by his super bright headlights.
What Tony is saying is that it's a good sign because at least he's showing himself to us and not coming at us like a maniac. So maybe he doesn't mean us any harm after all. Chris, what do you think?
I think he's planning something absolutely terrible, and his first order of business is scaring the oil out of my crankcase.
Could be, Chris, but I get the feeling he didn't come here to make trouble.
We should get out of here before he gets here.
Open the door! I need to come
way!
in!
No way! Better yet, we can't, Mr. Bigfoot. We lost a key. Do you think he took my Uncle V8?
You know, I think you better find that key real fast. This car on my tow hook is just about frozen. His lips are so cold he can't even say his own name.
Is that Uncle V8?
Oh, holy Virgin Saint Chevette of banged-up cars! Mr. V8 is frozen like a popsicle!
I think he simply lost his way. I found him halfway down the other side of this mountain.
We can't thank you enough, Mr. Bigfoot, because you saved his life.
Don't even mention it, pal. Just part of my job. Rolling around cleaning all the roadways and paths, plowing the snow, and always making sure everything and everyone is safe at night.
Is that why you come around at night? You really shouldn't be scaring people, you know?
Maybe you're right, but it's mostly those folks who aren't from around here. Everyone from these parts knows me, and they're all my friends.
Yeah, but what about those rumors that you crush small cars? Like me and my Tony.
That was nothing. Happened just once when I chased one of those cut-you-off kids out of town. Some folks are still talking about that silly thing.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Mr. Bigfoot here, I'm sure I'd still be out there frozen solid. And I'll bet I would have died and never set my eyes on you kids ever again.
Thank our lucky synchronized meshed gears that didn't happen. Folks, I need to move on. Lots of roadways to clean. With all this snow, you know, there's always something to do.
We want to thank you again, Mr. Bigfoot. Why don't you come back later and have some hot griso latte with us?
Yeah, we can whip up some appetizers, too.
Sounds great. I'll come up right after I finish. But for now, I'll leave you my card. If you get into a jam, be sure to give me a call.
Yeah, thanks. See you later.
Bye-bye!
See you later.
I'm impressed. You mean you were able to take equipment up the hill and pave that road?
You know, Mr. V8, you just can't imagine how happy all those cars were when they saw me coming with the convoy behind me.
Bet they were really happy.
What comes after happy? Radiant, overjoyed. You just can't imagine how many cars there were driving all around the mountains to get there.
I always knew you'd be able to pave that road that was previously blocked by the landslide.
It always feels so good to help out. What's even better is that people don't have to keep thinking I'm bad just because I'm so big.
That's definitely true. Size doesn't mean anything, as I've learned these last few days.
Don't worry, Mr. Bigfoot. My friend Chris here used to believe in those scary stories about you.
I know, but I'm really happy that you can accept me as I am, and I'm comfortable working in Wheel City for as long as they need me.
Oh, Combo! I'm so nervous. Do you
Of course it will, Chris. All you have to do is be yourself. Answer the questions naturally, and you'll be fine.
What do you suppose she really wants to know about me? Everybody already knows I'm in love with Tony.
Simone told me that a lot of fans want to know about the girlfriends of famous racers. That's all I know. What else is there?
Well, there's actually a lot more to know. There's all about pit stops, race times, strategies. There's a lot.
That's true, my friend. Just be cool and everything will be okay. Just tell Simone that you know about racing and that's all you have to do. It'll be an amazing interview that you'll never soon forget.
Get out of the way, Slowpoke. Can't you see you're holding things up?
Whoa!
Phew! The girlfriend of that rookie racer is a little half-baked, if you ask me. I know who you mean. What's her name? Forget it. Come on. We're late for the interview. I don't have time for this.
You mean you're gonna be interviewed too?
Are you ready, my friend?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we're rolling. We're here today with Christine Cross, girlfriend of Tony Tuned, our newest racing hero. How does it feel to ride along with Tony's career?
Well, of course, it's great. I love to watch the races and go through all the steps of a pit stop change and tires and,
And you also watch his training sessions?
Yes, of course. I spend so much time with Tony that sometimes I feel like I'm the one who's racing.
Chris, I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything, but not only are you the youngest girlfriend of all the racers, but you're also the smartest.
Smartest? Me? What makes you say that?
That's simple, because you were able to guess what the prize is that's being awarded by this station and the racetrack.
What did I guess? Simone?
The grand prize is you get to be a racer on the track. This interview was just to record and make official your invitation to race.
My invitation to race? What are you talking about, Simone?
We're sponsoring a women's race, Chris, and you are invited to participate right here at the Wheel City Racetrack.
Me? Race? Is it a joke?
That's right, you! The Automobile Federation is organizing a women's race to raise money for charity. Our station will transmit the race and offer prizes.
But Simone, this can't possibly be right. I've never raced before.
Thanks for the great interview, Chris. We'll be right back with more details about the first Wheel City Women's Car Race.
Hold your horses there, Simone. I haven't said anything about agreeing to participate.
All the other girls already have.
She's just chicken, Simone. A big scaredy cat. Oh, she won't participate.
Who thinks I won't participate? You bet I will. And not only that, I'll be the best trained racer of them all. With my Tony and his team, you wait and see who'll be eating whose dust.
Now that's the Chris I know.
Chris, all of us in the pit crew will do everything we can to help you win.
Okay, Simone. You can count on me being in this race.
Now that's what I was counting on.
Oh, I don't know why I ever said I'd be in this race. I've never done this, and it scares me to death.
You've got to be kidding, Chris. You can't deny your family history. There isn't a car in our family that doesn't just love putting pedal to the metal.
Chris, don't worry about it. It'll be a piece of cake. Easy. I've already gone through this, and in the end, you're gonna love it.
Chris, come on, you just gotta calm down. Don't you know we'll all be there each minute, every lap, down to the last curve? You know you can count on us.
He's right, and you know what? You gotta remember that inside every V8 there's a fearless racer. Even me. It's a family tradition.
Well then, I actually do know the racing routine like the color of my paint. Tomorrow, I need to wake up early, check my tires and motor oil, fuel, and then...
And?
I'll go for it.
Yeah, that's a girl. That's how a V8 talks.
Sorry, Uncle V8, but I can't spend another minute here in the park having ice cream with the top down, breathing in fresh air, just shooting the breeze. I've got to get going.
Now it's your turn, Chris. I remember the first time I had to race. Yeah, it was difficult.
Being examined wind every week is really annoying.
It's the sensation of racing. You know, to feel the wind hitting your windshield, it makes up for all the other stuff.
Hey there, everybody. How are things going with the preparations?
For one of them subcompacts that doesn't keep up with the tune-ups, she's doing pretty well. We need to be changing her tires, oil, filters, and,
A sweet little paint job wouldn't be bad for the race, huh?
Aw, come on. No way. No way I'm gonna let you mess with my paint job. I just came from the body shop having spent a lot of money to look this beautiful.
Relax, Chris. Color of your paint doesn't do anything for the race. Let's hurry up. I want to see the pink coupe just taking on those other cars. Never expected this. She's doing great.
You bet she is. Better than the other girls in the race.
Like I said, we V8s are natural-born racers. I'm so proud of my little niece.
That pink coupe is much faster than we thought, it seems.
You're right. And that's after just watching her first lap. That doesn't mean she's gonna run like that all day. But we need to do something.
I know what. Real slow now, girls, and follow me.
My holy saint of monkey wrenches! I've never seen such a snappy lap. You taught her well.
And of course, I could give her a few more tips and all, but at this rate, she'll be teaching me a few things soon. What a natural.
Put it in here. Now come on.
Stuff like this, someone could actually get hurt. Oh, come on, girls. Don't worry about it. When she comes through here tomorrow morning, she'll just take a little drink of some of this fuel mix and, well, you know, things are bound to get more than just a little hot for her.
Hey, cool stuff. Supercharged fuel mix. What do you know about that? I don't think Chris will mind if I take a few sips. Where's the harm in that? Whoa. Oh.
Hey, you guys, what's going on? Are you ready for another big win?
Chris, you won't believe what happened.
It seems that someone tried to put you out of the race.
They sabotaged your supercharged fuel mix. I took a little sip of the stuff, and I tell you, it's worse than when Mr. V8 took that youth tonic.
Just hold on. I just got here and all this stuff's already happened?
That's right, Chris. Combo, being his curious self, drank the stuff and almost set the whole place on fire.
I just had my best lap on the track. Tony, who do you think this was meant for?
This sabotage was meant for you. My gut tells me it's best that you don't participate in this race.
Aw, come on. Just when I was really beginning to enjoy racing.
You don't need to bow out of the race, Chris. I think I've got an idea how you can run the race and show how good you are while we simultaneously catch who set you up for this.
Little cars and full-size automobiles. You may remember yesterday's tragic training laps when we lost one of our most illustrious drivers because she caught on fire. Today, we would like to introduce a new racer who will have to start in last place.
Tony? I don't know. Do you think it's gonna work?
Sure it will. Stay cool. And even if she starts from the last position, Chris is gonna blow these two-bit tricksters away. You'll see.
Tony, if this works, you must be some kind of genius.
Just look how well she's doing. Have any doubts about the outcome?
And she's just passed two more racers. She's in fourth place and gaining. What an exciting race, folks. This undoubtedly equals the male racers when it comes to the excitement of great racing. goes another mishap. The masked racer slips into third, and the racer spins out of control, leaving the pack in a tangle of metal. What a mess! What a race! This masked racer is burning up the tarmac! One more to pass. She's now in second place. Last lap, and look out, folks! She's about to approach the most dangerous curve on the track. This is amazing! The masked racer knows this track like no one I've ever seen. And the masked racer takes the lead. And she crosses the finish line. She wins. The masked racer wins the women's race! What emotion, folks! Congratulations, masked racer! One can only hope she'll reveal her real identity now that she's won!
I want to thank the other girls for eliminating that pink coupe Chris yesterday. I don't think I could have won if she was here.
Girl, whoever told you that? What a terrible lie. Oh.
The yellow racer told me. And she also said she feels bad about the dirty trick you pulled on Chris.
That's typical of her, feeling all sorry and guilty. Thanks a lot, girlfriend. But maybe you can explain how she caught on fire the other day. We just wanted to heat up the race a little, that's all.
My dear Lady Racers, unfortunately this race didn't turn out as we had planned. This was supposed to be a fun-filled race, but a few mean-spirited racers were able to spoil this moment by trying to sabotage one of the best racers in Wheel City. And that's something we never anticipated. Leaving this aside, it's with great pleasure I announce the winner of the women's race, the greatest, the fastest, and the smartest racer in all of Wheel City. Our winner, Chris! Here she is, on the podium!
Thanks, Simone. The only reason I was able to race was because I was wearing this mask. I didn't want anybody to know it was me racing.
What's going on? Hey, you're Chris?
It's me, all rubber and steel, you third-rate prankster. You and your little friends set me up. Well, they confessed and you played right into my trap. You're fast, but not very bright.
We were just playing around. It's not like we wanted to hurt anyone.
But you did. You almost killed Combo. He was choking up fire.
Unfortunately, we have a lot of experience dealing with bad girls like these.
Come on, let's hurry up with this.
Hey, look here, honey. Don't just think you can boss me around. We got into this mess because of your stupid ideas.
Look, I was being nice and helpful. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I'm a completely innocent bystander, but we're just lucky that Chris was a good sport about it and didn't report us to the police.
You're such a kiss-up. So now you think you're friends with Chris, huh?
I bet that if you were in her place, you would have already turned us in. Hey, you know what? Just shut up and clean up over there, because you missed a big spot down under your wheel.